an amazing program.
So everybody's accepted here. The more I know, the more I learn, the more I love it here.
The therapy is just awesome for these kids.
We're basically a big family here.
I love all the horses. It's just so fun.
My name is Beth Pellerito. I'm the Executive Director at O.A.T.S, which is a Therapeutic Riding Center in Clarkston, Michigan. O.A.T.S stands for Offering Alternative Therapies with a Smile. It was established in 1998 by Nancy Heisner, and the program has been running and growing ever since it began. Nancy had passed away a couple years ago, and I have been carrying on her mission. And her mission, and O.A.T.S mission, is to offer therapies to adults and children on horses, and to give them an opportunity to be independent and to strengthen their body, their trunk, their arms, to help them with speech, give them a community, because we like to empower them.
Hi, my name is Amy Schaefer. I'm the program director here out at O.A.T.S. We have 150 riders per week, and we have 18 horses right now. A lot of people come out and we think that we just give a horse ride, when really there's a lot more that goes into it. Kids are having fun, but what they don't realize is while they're having fun, they're building their core muscles, and when they ride the horse, it's the only animal that mimics the human gait. So if somebody's in a wheelchair who can't walk, they can still work the muscles and get themselves stronger and able to maybe get out of their wheelchairs or be able to support themselves on the horses. So that's always really exciting. We have other animals too. We have donkeys and a pig that if kids can't ride, that they can come in here and they can work with them as well, so they can feel part of the program.
Hello, my name is Lynn Daniels. I'm a certified instructor out here at O.A.T.S offering alternative therapy with smiles. I started with O.A.T.S when I was 12 years old as a volunteer, and when I became 18, I certified as an instructor. I spent about 3 years, give or take, as barn manager, and now that I just graduated college, I'm still around teaching, and I help with the office duties and fundraising and such. What I love about O.A.T.S are the people. We have a wonderful group of instructors, we have a wonderful group of volunteers, of riders, of horses, and you work with some of the greatest riders that every single day you see them overcoming obstacles. We see riders constantly doing things that they were told you will never do. We have fun every week, and we love what we do.
Well, hi, my name's Doug O.A.T.S, and I'm with General Motors, and I'm a retired Senior Chief Petty Officer in the United States Navy, and I helped co-found the Horses for Heroes program here at O.A.T.S with Nancy Heusner, who is the founder of O.A.T.S. We have a number of veterans participating in the program with various disabilities. Therapeutic riding has been found to be very good for veterans recovering from war wounds or disabilities. It's good for physical disabilities. We found that it's very good for PTSD and injuries like that. How the program works here is myself and some of our veterans from General Motors, we have been recruiting the veterans to come here, and then we come here and we volunteer our time to work with the veterans, because we find the program works best if it's veterans helping veterans. Some of the other things we've done is we've had we partnered up with ASHM, the American Saddlebred Horse Association of Michigan, to get our veterans out there with the O.A.T.S kids here and do a ride at their horse show at MSU. We had a color guard last year that went over real well, and we're planning on having our veterans at that show again this year.
We're a volunteer organization, so with that we have sometimes 3 volunteers per rider, and we have 6 riders in each class. So we need a leader for our horses as well as sidewalkers for our horses. So it takes a lot of volunteers that come out on a regular basis to keep us running.
Hi, my name is Vicki. Approximately 10 years ago, it became quite obvious to me that my children didn't need me nearly as much as what they used to. So that was when I decided it was time to find me a volunteer job. I just kept getting this feeling that it had to be something with horses, and it became so strong that I couldn't ignore it, and thought, okay, well, maybe not kids. I guess if horses is where I'm being called, I'll go muck stalls at a shelter or a horse haven, you know, whatever's required of me. I'm a dental assistant, and a patient brought in her daughter with a horse on her shirt, which led to the conversation about doing volunteer work with horses, where not only am I helping to take care of horses, but working with children in a capacity that I could not have ever imagined. That was somewhere between 8 to 9 years ago that I started doing that, and the more I know, the more I learn, the more I love it here. And I just couldn't imagine now doing anything else.
My name is Rachel Seitzma-Reed, and I come here every Tuesday morning with our 3 kids, Rick and Blaze and Lena. And we do this every week so that they get a chance to have a sense of the discipline and the different skills that they would get if they grew up in a different time or in a different situation from where we live. And it's also a really great opportunity for them to learn a little bit about diversity of people as well, and to be around people who have different challenges than what my kids have. And so we do it for both of those reasons. And it's a really great time for us to work together as a family. I love it. We look forward to it every week.
Hi, my name is Jerry Schmidt. We're here at the O.A.T.S Corral, and I was going to talk a little bit about how I got involved with O.A.T.S with my wife, Gina. She actually found this place, and I'm retired from the Air Force. Actually, my call sign was Bronco when I was in the Air Force, a B-52 pilot, and since we're retired and we're empty nesters, we've got some time to volunteer and give a little bit of our time to do things we're interested in. One of the things we found that we would like to volunteer for is to be leaders and walkers and work with the horses and the riders. We've found it interesting getting to know the other volunteers, getting to know the horses, and also getting to know the riders. And there's some young folks and some old folks. And although O.A.T.S stands for offering alternative therapy with smiles. And we find, as much as we're smiling, that the riders are doing a lot of smiling too. And there's a lot of joy in seeing the reaction of especially the young kids to coming out and being involved with people, getting to know us getting to know them. And there's a lot of the things they get to do on horseback that's just over and above just going for a horse ride. A lot of the kids get interaction with us, and a lot of the games they play on horses, they do things like stretching and touching their toes, and they have games, they have races, and the races involve throwing a die, and whatever number appears on the die, they try to get the horse to go that many steps, and they therefore race across the corral. And we go out in the woods and have good times on the trails around here. There's 50 acres out here, and so it's a great place for us, we feel, to come out and give our time and be rewarded with a lot of the smiles we're giving the reward of having smiles given back to us too, and seeing the joy on the kids' faces and feeling like it's really doing something for them.
When you have volunteers coming week after week, month after month, we have college students that keep coming back. We have volunteers that come in the winter, even though it's freezing cold this winter. In the summer, they keep coming because they love what they do, and we love having them. So if you're ever looking for a volunteer opportunity, we'd love to have you come out and help out. Even if you just want to stop by and see things, it's an amazing program, and you really don't understand it until you come out here and you see us, and you can see with your own eyes just the magic of horses.
Hi, my name is Ruth. I've been coming out here to O.A.T.S for about a little more than 5 years. This is Hope, and this is our donkey Summer. And the kids come and they're allowed to come in here. They can brush them, gives them some therapy, and because they just stand here and they love everybody, all the attention and everything. The kids come here for therapy in all kinds of different reasons, whether it's for the strength of their bodies or the strength of their minds.
Hi, my name is Sue Friedel, and I've been with O.A.T.S for about 16 years as a volunteer. And I actually originally found out about O.A.T.S due to a newspaper article because there was some problems with the main road Wiedemann and traffic and some argument within the township about the traffic, and it was in the newspaper. And I thought, what is this place, O.A.T.S? Horses and kids, my favorite thing. And so I came here and I met Nancy, who was the director at the time. And the first rider that I ever met, his name is Dick Radaway. He has Huntington's disease, and I was just impressed ever since, and I've been here ever since, and I absolutely love it. This program does nothing but help people, both the kids, the volunteers, and the horses. All the horses are donated. In fact, we have 2 from Starry Skies, which is a horse rescue facility in Ann Arbor. And the bonding between the horses and the kids, both riders and volunteers, is just incredible. And the benefits to the riders are just tremendous regarding their self-esteem, their balance, their confidence, socialization, making friends. And some of our riders who are more independent, if it wasn't for O.A.T.S, they probably wouldn't have any friends. So everybody's accepted here, no matter what their issue, and that includes volunteers, because we all have our little quirks.
We had one rider pull in driving a car. He hadn't told anybody he was going to get his license. We had no idea what was going on. He pulled in one day, and here's this boy that when he started, he threw temper tantrums. He wouldn't stay on the horse. He wouldn't listen. It was fun. And throughout the years, he's grown, and now he rides completely independent, walk, trot, canter, and he drives a car.
I remember one student we have here that when he first came, he was about 3 years old, 4 years old, and took 2 sidewalkers, someone to lead him, and we would almost have to literally hold him up as we walked around for an hour. And at the moments, you know, you found out you had muscles that you didn't have before. But now, like 2 years later, he needs 1 sidewalker, and all you have to do is walk next to him. So the riding has given him some strength in his core, and the therapy is just awesome for these kids.
But there is something about these horses. There is something about them that's magical. Something about them that allows people to do things they never thought they could do. And that's the ultimate goal of O.A.T.S, is that independence and accomplishing. And seeing their smiles. Every week they come out, their smiles. That's why it's called Offering Alternative Therapy with Smiles. And you can't help but smile when you see these riders getting on and you work with one-on-one and you see volunteers and riders talking and laughing and sharing jokes, and you see the improvement slowly, slowly, slowly throughout the weeks, the months. We have quite a few riders that have been riding since before me, and I've been out here almost 12 years. And it's great to see that improvement, see that progression, and you see the smiles on their faces, on their parents' faces. Story that I love to share with people is I was teaching one Wednesday night. It was right before Christmas, and last class on a Wednesday night, and everybody was doing well. I had been working a little bit slowly trying to get these riders off the lead and independent. Just every little bit you can do to start giving them that confidence, that knowledge, so that they can be completely by themselves. And that night, I was able to pull all my volunteers into the middle. I had all my riders stay on the rail with their horses. I had parents rushing out of the observation room, right there by the fence, cameras out, phones out, taking pictures, taking videos. I had a mom crying because they had been told their whole lives, your kids will never be able to do this. They will never be independent. And we never turn a rider away. We never tell them, no, you're never gonna do this. There's always, yes, you can, yes, you can. You might need a little bit of help. You know, it might take you longer than the next person, but it doesn't matter. You can still do it, you can still achieve it. And seeing the improvement, seeing the smiles, seeing my riders every week, it's not just therapy for them, it's therapy for us. You can't help but come out here and smile. But we have some wonderful horses that just, you can tell they love their job when you're leading out there. They enjoy these riders, and there's some horses that, big old horse, little itty bitty rider, that rider will walk up and this big horse, Oscar particularly, who's our big black Percheron, will drop his head to her level. And she can just pet his nose, she can hug him, he stands stock still and won't do anything. And it's great when you see the riders, you see the horses, and you have the volunteers and instructors, and it's one big happy family. We have fun every week, and we love what we do.
We depend totally on volunteers to help us, from office work to organizing our fundraisers to accounting. Whatever your expertise is in, we can probably use you. So all of our information is on our website, which is oatshrh.org.
It's been very rewarding. We've enjoyed it a lot, and hope you have a chance to get online, check it out, and find something you can do out here. Maybe working the horses or with the riders or something else on the property. Like I said, there's all kinds of opportunities. Wish you luck doing it.
So if you want to come out and volunteer, we'd love to have you. We cannot do what we do without volunteers. It's a great way to give back and to realize how lucky that we are in our own lives. It gives you a good perspective on life being out here. And you definitely get a lot back in return. You build friendships. We're basically a big family here. And we get to just work with horses and see these kids smile, and that's what we do, why we do what we do. So come out and volunteer.